start out saying that. Yeah. What's up, guys? So right now me and my buddy Anthony are gonna talk about his initial reaction to the Modern Warfare, the new Call of Duty game, the Modern Warfare.
Yeah,
Call of
because
Duty.
over the past weekend, the beta was live for PlayStation 4. I think next weekend is PlayStation 4 and like the open beta for the other consoles and stuff. And playing the PS4 exclusive beta, I got a lot of mixed feelings about this dang game, and it's a good game and it's not a good game in many reasons. And I know you haven't had a chance to play it because I know a lot of people aren't really beta players. They just kind of wait for the game to come out or get it at Christmas. So
yeah, I'm looking forward to the game. Like
Yeah.
I haven't played Call of Duty I haven't owned the Call of Duty game since.
Yeah, it's been a while for me too. Like I've owned a few of
I
them.
haven't played Call of Duty in a while. Like
I've owned a few of them, like
Yeah.
the few of the most recent ones, but I've never really been into it. And this kind of seems like one of the first ones that like might actually revive Call of Duty slowly, very, very slowly, but
It
it's
might,
getting
yeah.
there. So I wanted to like answer some questions you might have had about it, see if maybe you might be interested in maybe even joining me on the beta next weekend.
Like, because when they released that first like teaser trailer in the summer, I was actually like hooked. I was,
the
into
teaser
it. Like,
trailer,
it looked
the teaser
really
trailer
good.
got you real good.
That like,
But
okay,
it's like
this looks promising.
Yeah, but
like,
it sucks you can't really like beta the campaign. You
a
kind of gotta
campaign, I
like
don't really care
you kind of gotta beta like the multiplayer. But I want to hear what questions you got or anything you have to ask
Yeah,
me
I have a
about
lot
it.
of questions, like, because after that teaser trailer,
Yeah,
now I might be getting back into Call of Duty because
I played about 10 to 12 hours of the beta,
Like,
so I can answer your questions.
like I haven't played Call of Duty in like years, like maybe like 4 years. Like I have played a little bit throughout, like when I'm either at my cousin's or friend's house. Like I'll just probably just play just for the heck of it. But I haven't like actually legitimately play like Call of Duty just like on my own. But the last Call of Duty game I owned, I believe, was a World War One, the one that came out in 2017.
2017 World War II, I believe.
World War II.
Yeah, it was World War II came out, and
I
then
remember that.
and then they had Black Ops 4.
Yeah, World War II actually did look promising, but I played it.
Yeah, it was a decent game. It was missing.
I didn't
It was
really
missing
care
a
for
lot.
it.
But if you're saying you haven't played Call of Duty in a good couple of years, like back in like the Black Ops 2 Call of Duty goes, that's like when you played Call of Duty. Like a lot of players that are looking at this game, it reminds them of like their Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 2. It reminds them of those days in a little bit. I've been hearing like a lot of people saying like, yeah, it's not the best game Call of Duty ever made, but it makes them feel that like nostalgic Black Ops 2 back in the day, like one of those games like back in the day you would run home from school, you would get on your Xbox and PlayStation and you'd play like 6-7 hours right after school. Like it feels like one of those games again where like people would want to just run right home and play that game. It's not like
that was me with Black Ops.
It's
2,
not like World War
definitely.
II or like Black Ops 4 where it's like, I'll play it if I have time. Like it's one of these games where you want to play it just because like it gives that homing feeling even though it's missing some things. But like what kind of questions do you have towards the game?
Yeah, so like I just want to know, is the beta multiplayer that you were playing?
Yes, it was the multiplayer beta that was the PS4 exclusive over the weekend, and that's what I played.
Yeah, so like how was like the gameplay overall, the graphics?
Okay, first, graphics are 10 out of 10. The graphics are really great.
All right, the graphics are great.
Like I'm currently not even playing on a gaming monitor anymore. I'm using a television right now, a mini television, and even on the low grade television I got, the colors are still popping. The colors stand out. Graphic wise, it feels like you're almost playing in a movie theater. Honestly,
Really?
yeah, because the graphics, they're like, I feel like they cared more about the graphics than they did to the actual like game itself. Not gonna lie, because the graphics are overall better than the game.
Yeah, I haven't played a game with such a great graphics since I would say Red Dead Redemption 2, which came out almost a year ago.
Yeah, there's great graphics and great like surround sound. Like there's good sound effects. Like all the sounds are like nice and crisp and strong. Like if you're getting flashed, you're really feeling like you're getting flashed. Like you can actually fully hear it if you have a decent headset. You can hear everything's nice and crisp. It's a great sounding and visual pleasing game.
Would you say it feels like back to that old school type of COD where you go back to the Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3 days? Because those were like the
yes, those were like everybody's prime. That's like when Call of Duty was like in its prime.
It was like the Fortnite of like
that was like the modern day Fortnite. Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops, that was like the modern day Fortnite. But Yeah, it does feel like it's going back to its old roots, but it is missing a few key things. Like
Really,
one of the major things, it's not like Infinite Warfare or like Black Ops 3 where everywhere you look you see someone in a jetpack. That's not really like a major issue anymore.
yeah, that gets annoying.
But there is like one big thing that I don't know if they're going to keep it for the actual game. I heard they're talking teasers about bringing it into the next beta this weekend. The fact that one of the biggest changes in the beta was there's no mini map. So you're kind of going into this thing blind, which can be a good and bad thing. They do have the kill streak UAV, which kind of makes people want to use that more because now it's because UAV became one of those kill streaks where it's like no one really cared for it. It was a low grade kills, 2 or 3. You got a UAV, big whoop. Nowadays, like everybody now in the beta, everybody wants that UAV because there's no mini map, so you're kind of going to this blind. Like if there's someone shooting at you, you got no idea where they're coming from.
Yeah. So, but overall, like, it sounds like even though you do have some problems with it, like overall the verdict that you make it sound out to be, it's overall positive for you.
I see it as a positive look towards the Call of Duty spectrum because it's turning back to them older roots. But there's just like there's a few good things and a few bad things. One of the bad things being like there's not gonna be much of that like grind out Call of Duty for hours and hours because they're trying to appeal to the easier to like the not as good players as I put it or like the less stronger Call of Duty players because now in the beta the rank up system is a lot faster. Like for example, by level 5, you got basically the basics to everything you need to go out and fight and win a game. In the old Call of Duty like Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, you had to be like level like 40 before you had like the full setup you wanted. Like now you can get a full decent pretty good setup like level 5, level 10. So they're making you unlock things quicker. But then in the end, if you are a good player, it rewards you because level 50, level 40, I think I got up to 40 something in the beta, you get like crazy good kill streak unlocks, good sniper attachments. Everything just becomes like way more recognizable when you get to the higher levels. So like, yes, it is better for the non-strong Call of Duty players to get a chance to get out there and play good and not be like stuck at level 5 or 10 and then not be able to like do anything. And they're stuck in this like slump. They can still play at a good level compared to like the level 5 and 10 players have the same chance as level 40, 50 players, which is a good thing. But it's also like bad because I remember back in the day, you'd want to sit there and grind for hours. Like I remember, for example, in Modern Warfare 3, the best sniper in the game, you had to be level 70 to unlock. So you would sit there for hours and hours to try to get that level 70 sniper. Now the best sniper in the game, you get at like level 15. So it's like there's no like really grinding there to get a good gun. That's the only kind of disappointing thing that I'm missing from it. That grind to want to get the better weapons. They're kind of just handing it to you early in the game, and then you kind of like have to grind for the attachments and like the better things to add to your weapon. That's the only thing that's gonna like disappoint me. That I'm not gonna be able to like sit there for 12 hours a day grinding my behind off trying to level up. Because now there's a point, but it's not as necessary as a point.
Okay. Yeah. So who knows? I think I'm most likely gonna probably get it. I don't think I haven't reached that level of excitement where I'm gonna probably get it first day it came out, like how I did for like last year's with Spider-Man or Red Dead 2. But I'll probably like ask for it for Christmas. I'll probably either ask my parents for it for Christmas or something like that. I'm not like I still want to give it a try. Like I still want to get the full game. But I'll probably like I don't know, maybe wait till Christmas to ask my family to get it for me, my parents or whatever.
Yeah.
But
it's definitely a game to want to get, but it's one of those games where like it's not a game where it's not like Spider-Man or Red Dead or like GTA or something where you can enjoy playing it alone.
Yeah.
One of those games where like you're gonna want to you're gonna want to have your friends there to back you up and play with.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's a heavy multiplayer setted game because like multiplayer in Call of Duty is like is what everybody goes for. No people play the campaign, but it's not like Red Dead or Spider-Man where like it's a single player game or something where like
it's not a like
it's
not known for the
it's not known for its campaign. So it's one of those games where if you have friends that'll play it with you, then it's gonna be the good game. You're gonna want to play it for hours and hours. But if you don't got your friends, so like the homies to back you up and play with you, then at that point, I really wouldn't recommend it because like I would recommend the game, but only if you got friends to play it with you. If you're gonna play it by yourself, I would say it's not like the best Call of Duty out there. It's not like Modern Warfare 3 or Modern Warfare 2. Those games I would say By yourself, that campaign's great. The storyline is great. The spec ops, like everything's great in those games. So those games, yeah, if you're gonna play by yourself, go ahead and do it. But this is definitely not one of those games where I would say go ahead and play it on your own. It's more one of those games where I'd say if you have a group of friends that'll play it, you'll enjoy it. You'll have a good time. It's not gonna get you aggravated too fast. You're gonna love playing the game with your friends.
Okay. So if you get it, I'll probably get it. So it'll be more fun. I would get a bunch of our friends to get it too.
So I would say, like, to kind of wrap it up, an initial review, I would say it was a good game. I'd probably give it.
It's still the beta.
It's still it is still the beta. So keeping in mind it's still the beta, I'd probably give it like an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
My hopes going forward is that I heard they're supposed to be putting the minimap in next week's beta to see how people like it. My hopes is that minimap come back into the game and that people do use minimaps. And my other hopes are that they can fix some of the bugs and glitches, because I know there were a couple glitches with like running and jumping and people like getting into glitch spots. And the other thing I'm hoping is that people across the internet stop sharing their hiding spots and glitch spots before the game even comes out, because by the time the game comes out, every glitch spot's going to be patched in the game. I've already seen like 15 glitch spots and the beta's been out for like 2 days. So like I'm kind of hoping that they don't ban some of those cool spots to get into. But other than that, I would recommend it to your friends if you're gonna play together. I would give it like a 7 or 8 out of 10.
Okay.
And I hope this can be the new start of a better Call of Duty experience versus the last couple.
We all hope so. Me too.
I think everyone in this nation's praying this can be could be the Call of Duty we've been waiting for.
So those were his initial reactions. The game comes out in October
25th.
Okay.
Yeah, it comes out end of October.
All right, so like same time, usually the usual like
usually
all Call of Duty's game, like they usually come out in like the beginning of November.
Yeah, usually come in November. It's either the 25th or the 5th. It's something in October. I know that much.
Oh, okay. All right, that's cool. So yeah, those were his opinions on Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Yeah, so coming from his review, the game does seem pretty promising. I'm probably gonna get it. He's probably gonna get it. We'll probably convince our friends to get it too, so we can play all night on PS4. Make it like the old game.
Yeah, like the old days, back to the days you'd play 8-10 hours at night with your friend.
Yeah, I know.
No sleep squad.
Oh yeah, no sleep squad. Like a lot of Red Bull, Monster, coffee.
We're gonna need a lot of that.
It's not healthy, but okay, but like But yeah, so yeah, that's his initial reaction for Call of Duty Modern Warfare. So we hope you guys might get the game. You guys probably have played the beta already. You guys maybe have the same opinion.
If you haven't, don't forget, all you gotta just put $5 down payment and you can go get yourself the beta for next weekend. All consoles and everything's out next weekend.
Yeah. So that wraps it up, and yeah, that's what he thought about Call of Duty Modern Warfare. So, yep.